Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Emma. I post videos every Saturday or every other Saturday, and it's usually gardening videos, sometimes fashion videos, cleaning videos, organizing videos, and sometimes just for fun videos. So go ahead and click subscribe if you like any of those categories, and make sure to press the bell icon so you get notifications when I do post videos. That way you don't miss out. So today I'm going to be walking us through how to plant an aloe vera, and I'm going to give some tips and tricks on how you can propagate them and care for them as well. So today I have an aloe vera pup, which is really small, a medium, a well-established aloe plant, and an adult aloe plant. Now these things can get really big. I didn't pick a very big aloe plant because they can really be large, but I thought these would be good sizes to showcase how you can plant and maintain them, as well as give you some hints and tips and tricks on how to propagate these. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm just gonna plant the pup first. One moment, let me get my supplies. Alright, I'm back and I have some supplies now. So we're gonna start off with the aloe vera pup. The root is kind of funny. It looks a little yellow. It doesn't really have anything sticking out, but you can see there's little nodes that are popping up. So you can see there's these little nodes popping out, which means it's about to start rooting its own roots. This was attached to a adult plant, but I picked it and removed it from it. So when I plant this, it's going to start making its own roots individually, all by itself, independent. As you can see with the bigger plants, the medium size pup and the adult plant, they already have well-established roots. This one actually has even more nodes coming off of it, so it's going to have even more roots once it's replanted, repotted. And this one isn't quite there yet, but we'll get him there. Alrighty, so to get started, I'm going to pick a planter, a little pot, that is just large enough that the roots touch the bottom. And the interesting thing with aloe vera is if there's nodes growing at the top, you can break off the bottom portion so it fits better. What I really want is for it to be partially covered but not all the way covered at the roots, so I would like to fill it up to like here. When you're planting an aloe vera or any kind of succulent plant, you're going to want to use well-draining soil. I use just a regular brand that I find at the store, and I just pour it in willy-nilly, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. I'm going to pour some in first, place the aloe vera, make sure that the height is good, and fill it in the rest of the way. The reason I'm using a pot that is just big enough to hold the roots is because aloe vera is a type of plant that really likes cramped spaces. If you keep it cramped, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger quicker, and then you're going to have to repot it because it's going to outgrow it, but it's going to start to get root wrap first. But this is an easy plant to maintain. You really don't have to water it very often. And there is your pup. So this is going to get thicker at the base and start getting bigger in the leaves after a few weeks, and then it will be time to repot because it will start to root wrap with those new nodes that we saw. Make sure after you're done potting, you give it a good water, and then don't water it again until the soil is all the way dry through. This is a plant that does not need a lot of water at all. Alright, on to the next aloe vera plant. I have this medium pup. Again, you can break it right here and it will form new roots, but it is much easier when there is already established roots if you just keep it within that range when planting. I'm going to go ahead and put it in this size pot. It's just enough that the roots reach the bottom, and we still have the upper portion of the roots exposed so more leaves can come out and it has room to expand, as well as being a little cramped because it does like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get more well-draining soil, pour some in, get them good and settled, and then filled to the top of the top portion of the roots. You really don't want to cover leaves if you can help it. Alright, and now we have the medium one planted. These plants you're going to want to wait until you repot them at the very last minute because these plants do enjoy being cramped. The more cramped they are, the easier it is for them to grow bigger leaves get as much nutrients out of the soil, get as much water out of the soil. And when you repot it, it usually pops out a baby if it's been cramped for a while, because it's got so much root, and the babies come from the root, and that's how you propagate them. So that's why I always suggest planting in something slightly cramped already to start with, because as soon as it gets root wrapped and you move it, it's gonna pop out babies. Alrighty, and now we're on to the big boy. And I picked this pot because, again, it's just enough that the roots reach the bottom and it will have room for soil. That way it's a little bit cramped, but it still has a lot of room. Same. Alright, and there you have the larger one. Another thing that I like about aloe vera is the fact that they're so easy to maintain. You really only have to water them every 2 weeks, maybe even once a month when they're more established. You can leave them outside. They tolerate heat up until about, I think, 127 degrees Fahrenheit, and they like direct sunlight. They also thrive in medium window light or direct window light. They like being indoors. They require even less watering when they're indoors. And if you put them in cramped locations and then you put them in a larger location, they're going to pop out babies. And so they're really easy to propagate, and they grow really fast. If you already have a well-established plant like this one, and you wait a little bit and then you repot it, it's gonna pop up babies quickly, and those babies are gonna go quickly as well. They're really simple to care for. They're great for everybody. You can give an aloe to anybody, even people who kill plants. It's almost guaranteed that they will not kill an aloe. They are so resilient. Really, the only way you can kill these things is if you don't water them ever, or if you water them too much. And it's really hard. You really only have to like wait until the soil is dry. You can walk by and it's been a month or two and you're like, hey, maybe I should give, a little bit of water to this guy. And then you're done. You don't have to do anything else. It's so simple. So I wanted to show you real quick an example of some aloe vera that was in a cramped location, and then I placed it in a bigger pot. And so these guys were in a cramped location. I rarely water them. They're kind of by some sprinklers, and so they get watered every day, just a little bit, just like secondhand. And as you can see, they're popping out babies. These are what the little aloe vera pups look like. They're coming from the roots. And once those get a little bit bigger, you can pull them out and they'll have their own root system, and you can just repot them and you'll be good to go with your brand new aloe vera babies. I really like aloe vera because they're, again, a good gift. Anyone can take care of them. They're easy to maintain and they're easy to propagate. So I thought I'd show you what the little babies look like. All right, everybody. I hope you guys like my tutorial on how to pot a more mature aloe, a medium-sized pup, and a small aloe pup. These really are a fun plant to deal with. Really, just a great beginner's plant or an expert plant, You can just have them around the house and they brighten up any room. So hopefully you guys like this tutorial. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a comment down below letting me know what I got right. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down and let me know in the comments what I could change in the future. If you guys have any tips or tricks, I would love to hear them. I really do appreciate tips and tricks for any kind of plant on any of my videos, so please leave a comment. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate you guys' feedback. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.